Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Mitch from We in Tennessee. And I want to go ahead and start off by, I don't know, just kind of reflecting back on Thursday's video. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I guess the upload and the, length of that video took so long, the upload stopped before it actually finished. But I don't want to come across as being like a punk and insensitive guy to those people who are just saying, stop coming here. I don't want to be the guy that's just going, deal with it, move on. Because, that does come across as insensitive. I came again from a city that was just like Maryville. It was really small amount of people, maybe 15,000. And then it just exploded. So I know what you're talking about for those of you that are upset that Maryville is growing so much. And a lot of Tennessee is just growing so much. But again, on the flip side, there was nothing I could do about it. I could complain all I want, but people were still calm. And so that was kind of my point of this week's video is just, it's just going to happen. It's inevitable. And that's just a testimony to how just wonderful this place is people are going to come. They're going to see just how wonderful the people are, businesses, jobs, and it's just going to attract people. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. And so again, I don't want to come across as insensitive. I was just saying that's just the way it's going to be. Don't get mad at me. Hey, that rhymed. So enough of that. Let's move on to this week. It has been really cold. But we have not gotten any snow. The Smokies got snow. Check that out, everybody. Snow in the Smokies. That's a cool sight to see. Okay, so we have an old wives' tale to prove. There's an old wives' tale that says if you hear thunder in the wintertime, which is after December 21st, then you're supposed to get snow in 7 days. So this week on Monday, it should have been January the 8th, we heard thunder. And so I'm just doing the math going, I wonder if and when we're going to get the snow. And so I don't know, I've heard 7 to 10 days, but so if it was the 8th, then we're looking at, sometime between the 15th and maybe the 18th. We shall see. So keep your fingers crossed and we'll see if we pick up any snow anytime soon. And we might get snow, after the recording of this video. I'm recording this on Thursday. And so there's a possibility for next week. The funny thing is, it might snow on Monday, which is Martin Luther King Day, and we have that day off. And so a lot of, us at school are talking about getting a snow day, and it would be ironic to get a snow day on a day that we have off anyway. But we'll see what happens. But we did get a ton of rain on Tuesday. I believe that was today's the 10th, the 8th. Man, it just rained so much. And I was checking the weather and a lot of other places got just tons of snow. But again, we just are in a pocket where it just wasn't cold enough to snow. Again, the Smokies got snow and we did not. So just a lot of rain that we're getting, and it's just hasn't matched up to where we're getting a lot of rain plus the cold. It's just really cold, and I guess it feels like it's colder than it is, but we'll see about next week if we get any snow or not. Okay, this is video that I took from my classroom just showing how much water we had. It was so flooded. We couldn't even have recess the next day because there was so much water left over from this day right here. So now I'm going to go ahead and jump into my car and give you some commentary on leaving the parking lot from my school. And so that day we had just so much rain. We couldn't do anything as far as any outside activity. But when it rains, unless it was the summertime, it's just this, constant downpour. Like in the summertime, we would just get these, whiteout rain where it's really hard to see. Just depending on the week and, I guess the system that goes through. But up there ahead is the John Sevier Park. We're the only school that actually has a swimming pool across the street. So during the second week of school, we cross the street and go to this park and let all of the kids that want to and that get permission to swim across the street here. So we are very lucky. My buddy Alex has been on the news a bunch of times because they just cover him. It's such a big deal to let all of our kids that go to our school swim across the street. So this is a neighborhood that's right across the street from our school. You'll probably notice that, you know, they would put the leaves on the sides of the street when they want the leaves picked up. And a real quiet, nice neighborhood. Oh man, we've had crazy winds today. So my trash can, both trash cans took a little trip. We've had some branches fall. Guess I better be careful walking under this tree. Those are brand new. So yeah, we're getting some crazy wind. Today is Tuesday, January 9th. And I think I better move out from under this tree. So yeah, gotta add to my collection here. Okay, so we have an old wives' tale to prove. There's an old wives' tale that says if you hear thunder in the wintertime, which is after December 21st, then you're supposed to get snow in 7 days. So this week on Monday, it should have been January the 8th, we heard thunder. And so I'm just doing the math going, I wonder if and when we're going to get the snow. And so I don't know, I've heard 7 to 10 days. But so if it was the 8th, then we're looking at, you know, sometime between the 15th and maybe the 18th. We shall see. So keep your fingers crossed and we'll see if we pick up any snow anytime soon. Last week, I drove by the Blount County Public Library, but I never got a chance to actually show it to you. So I'm going to give you a chance today because my daughters and my wife and I just love going to the library, get a chance to see a little bit of it. Well, here we are, Blount Community Library. Let's go on in. Okay, this is video that I took after we went to Paco's Tacos in the last video. This is Turkey Creek. This is where we come when we go shopping and want definitely food. So you're going to be blown away by all of the places. I probably missed some of eating places in this area. Are you guys ready? In no particular order. Longhorn Steak, Zaxby's, Pandas, Steak and Shake, Cookout, McAllister's, Salsaritas, Paco's Tacos, Texas Roadhouse, O'Charlie's, Five Guys, Mimi's Cafe, Chili's, Chick-fil-A, Kabuki, Calhoun's, Chipotle, Buffalo Wild Wings, Blaze Pizza, and then of course in the surrounding area your standard Wendy's, McDonald's, Arby's, and Taco Bell. So, man, you just cannot go wrong if you want to eat in this Turkey Creek area of, this would be on the border of Knoxville and Farragut. We're heading right now into Farragut. And I love the area of Farragut because it has so much history. Um, I'll show you when we get there, but that's where I went to the Campbell Station Inn, where, that was historical to the Civil War. I've been to another place where, Campbell Station was just a huge part of the Civil War, and there's just historical places all over there where battles took place, but not like Chickamauga, where you could actually still see, the battlefields. Obviously, they've built over it, but that's just the beauty of this area as compared to back in California. So much history, and that was the part I was so excited about, just coming to this area and being able to see, places that were around during the Civil War and even before that. Going to cemeteries and seeing, Civil War tombstones, and just being able to, again, go to Chickamauga and see where the battles took place. And so, just can't talk enough about the history. Love history, and this would be the place, to definitely just become drenched in it. Okay, so as we are ready to make this turn, this is going to head deeper into Farragut, um, get a little closer to these historical places. Just the names pop up like Longstreet, and just a huge Longstreet fan. And so when you just come to these places and see that, wow, this is where they fought. They headed towards Knoxville, and it's just so cool to read all these stories and find out. You're just right here in the middle of, you know of what used to take place. And so, Farragut would definitely be, a high end neighborhood type, places where the homes are going to be a lot more higher priced than, let's say, certain parts of Knoxville. Every place is going to have their, just higher end houses and homes and communities. So Farragut, if you know, you have the money, it's going to be just a nicer place than some of the surrounding areas. You're going to just see nicer homes, just more expensive, living arrangements than you would somewhere else. Every place, like even like Maribel, has its um, higher priced homes, and you have your areas and pockets. But it just seems like a lot of Farragut is high priced. But that's okay. That's the way things are. You're just going to have some nicer neighborhoods than others. Nothing against the lower price ones. It's just, so as we go down this road here, um, you're gonna as we approach Kingston Pike, we're gonna be looking off to the right, because that's again where Campbell Station Inn is. Um, there was a story about the basement of this inn is where they actually housed a horse, so that it um, you know, wouldn't be killed during the Civil War. I'm not sure if that was true or not, but over here to the right, as soon as I make this turn, you'll get a better view of the Campbell Station Inn. It'll be right over here to the right. I don't know if my camera, right there, over there to the right, that is the Campbell Station Inn. Such history. It's just so cool. So hopefully you enjoyed just that little snippet of Turkey Creek and Farragut. Again, if you get a chance, check out all of those eating places in that Turkey Creek area. Just amazing. And this would be the end of the Knoxville Farragut driving tour. Okay, guys, so we're going to find out, on my next video, on Wednesday's video, how Monday and Tuesday go. I don't know how crazy it's going to be. I don't know if the weather forecast is just blowing this all out of proportion. So Monday is Martin Luther King Day. We're going to see how much snow we get. They're predicting 3 to 5. One place actually said 7. I'm not sure about that one. Tuesday would be our first day back after Martin Luther King Day. We're going to see if we can get a snow day out of that one. It's supposed to be like 7, 9 degrees in the morning, and then snow is possible. So I'll definitely keep you updated on Wednesday's video how this week went with the weather. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. I appreciate all of you guys. And you guys have a great rest of the weekend. I'll see you on Wednesday.